Hello, this is Luke Stokes. It is Thursday, September 9th, and we're here with another update from the Foundation for Interwallet Operability. KDZ, thank you so much for joining us and getting these coordinated. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. We're going to try to keep this short and sweet. So what's on the docket?
So we've got, I can go ahead and jump right on in. We've got a full integration announcement with Exchange, which is always really cool to see that usability is being prioritized. That's going to include FIO send and receive, also FIO requests, and being able to send memos with that. So that's exciting, always increases our usability. And
I think just real quick on that one, I think it's important because the more and more exchanges that start making it normalizing, getting your FIO crypto handle on that exchange, being able to use human readable addresses, you can just be like, oh, I'm going to send to that exchange. It's really easy because I have to worry about whether that's USDT on Binance Smart Chain or Ethereum or EOS, or I have to worry about if it's Bitcoin sent to a Bitcoin Cash address or any of that craziness. So I just every single exchange that we get to realize usability as a priority, to make these announcements, make these announcements and these commitments to integrating the protocol, I think is a win for the whole community. So there's another shout out to XT and also all the other exchanges that we're currently talking to and those we want to talk to and those that you talk to. We would love to have your help as part of the FIO fam, your community here. If you have relationships to the C-level at exchanges or wallets, definitely let them know about the FIO protocol and how you want that usability layer. It's really important.
I couldn't agree more. I think one of the biggest things that is going on, and I can share, I think everybody's kind of feeling it, right? And this is something that we've talked about, we know about usability being an issue. That's why FIO exists. But the industry and the products are just starting to finally catch up and making this a priority. FIO does this in a way that it does not matter what chain it is. It doesn't matter if it's an ERC20 token or a TRC20 or it doesn't, or Bitcoin, it will work as long as you're using the FIO protocol. And I know other, competitors to FIO in the space there are different limitations. So I want to keep everybody educated on what FIO is, where we're positioned. These are just some notable tweets that came out in this past week. We got Palm talking about how difficult it is, underestimating how big the entire thing's going to be for the UX and UI issues. And I think on that note, it always makes me think of Steve Jobs and the early version of Mac and Apple, and Bill Gates and Microsoft and all of those guys in tech, and they scoffed. Like, yeah, we have market dominance, right? And Steve Jobs was resolute, hell-bent on making sure that it was the best user experience to every micro detail, and that's why they were winning in that game. Also, from Ryan Selkis, he is the founder and CEO, if you don't know, of Messari, which is a research analytics company that evaluates probably the most respected research company out there dedicated to blockchain and cryptocurrency. And same thing, within a couple of days apart, he's talking about the same thing on usability. And so I think that's just cool to kind of highlight.
It's really important. Like you said, I think more and more people are recognizing this. It's the primary reason I'm involved in this project, the reason I joined the foundation to participate, because as you know, I've been trying to get people to use crypto for 8.5 years. I have my own company, the e-commerce company, trying to get people to use crypto on a daily basis as a payment mechanism. And it was just too difficult. And I figured this out in 2013. And so I'm very excited to see other industry leaders stepping up to recognize the biggest challenge we face is usability. And it's something that the early innovators can understand, this technical stuff. It's engineers building tools for engineers, and they can figure that out. But once you start to get into that early majority or the early adopters, we just know it's super important to have this usability as the primary focus. And that's what we do. And again, just to clarify, if this is your first video seeing with FIO protocol, the FIO protocol doesn't get in the way of any transaction. You still send your native Bitcoin, your native Ethereum, all your native transactions happen just the way they always have. It's just leading up to that transaction. You have this great user experience. We never have to worry about an unencrypted QR code or man-in-the-middle attack or some kind of crazy hash that you have to make sense of. And hopefully you didn't get one character wrong. Instead, you could just say, I'm going to send Bitcoin to Katie at Z or KDZ at Edge or Luke at Stokes, or just a human readable address, super simple. And importantly, you can request funds as well. And you can have an encrypted private way to do that. So we're pretty excited about that usability because it can be across every single wallet, every single exchange, and every single token. So now you have this consistent experience across everything. And it's not some centralized company trying to collect rent. It's a decentralized business model. Everyone who participates and adds value gets to earn value. So very excited about the project, and thanks for being part of it and watching.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember talking not long ago when we were sponsoring the NFT event in LA, and I was talking to America and the Cybercode twins and working together with them. They wanted to send a test send or something like that. I'm like, you don't need to. If we use FIO, you don't have to send a test send. Like, it will go through, and it will not allow a faulty transaction to happen. So. Other things that I think are really topical and relevant, everybody's talking about it, was Bitcoin Day was just a couple of days ago, El Salvador. I can't believe what they have pulled off and how they've pulled it off so far. Luke, you were down there as part of the first official delegation that they invited to speak with and learn from. What has this experience for you been like? What can you share?
Oh, it's just been amazing. I was supposed to be there with a lot of my friends this past week as well. And unfortunately I sprained my ankle. So I had to stay back, and my wife had something that I had to help her with as well. So I ended up staying back, and it was all for the good. I had something here that I was helping out with here in Puerto Rico, but seeing the videos, like if you haven't seen it yet, there was a big, gigantic Bitcoin drone logo in the sky that Brock Pierce and the team set up. I mean, it's just this amazing party. I've been hearing, I'm in all the different WhatsApp groups for the group behind the scenes where people were organizing this. Yeah, here's a video of it. This is the Ministry of Tourism that tweeted this out. And so it's just, the people said that they've had amazing parties at that location before, but they said they've never seen anything like this. So just our crew throws really good parties, and this is what we're going to do in many other countries to come. I'm just really honored and blessed to be part of that community. I actually saw Brock just last night. He flew back from El Salvador here to Puerto Rico for an event that he was helping out with, and sponsoring and supporting and hosting. And so we had a good chance to chat a bit. And again, there's just so many incredible opportunities going on in the world right now for people that want to know about this. He's got a whole number of countries that have asked him to bring a delegation. I was able to travel with him and the team to Honduras and Panama just recently, a couple of weeks ago. And so I'm just so excited to be part of those conversations. We got to meet with the government in Honduras and the president. We got to meet with the many different members of the government in Panama, and some very interesting and exciting opportunities there, not just for cryptocurrency, but just for the whole nation. All these different infrastructure ideas and different things that financial inclusion, innovation, different ways to do things. So it's pretty exciting, and I'm pretty, like I said, honored and blessed to be a part of it. And so as those things kind of unfold, we'll have more to share, of course, as far as our involvement, the FIO protocol, myself, like whatever role we can play to add value. But it's just incredible. Bitcoin Day, we've had the first one now. A nation state has made Bitcoin legal tender. Ukraine just yesterday actually announced that it's now not legal tender, but legal. They made it, no longer ambiguous as far as its legal standing. And I think these countries are just going to start falling like dominoes, because the game theory dynamics of the prisoner's dilemma, of those who kind of defect from the kind of global financial system of the IMF and the International Bank of Settlements and all these federal financial systems, those who defect are going to do very well. They're going to have an exponentially improved position over everyone who doesn't. So I'm very, very interested to see how this plays out. It's going to get very intense. I think there is going to be a push, as we've talked about before in these videos, to central bank digital currencies. So it's really important that we enable true decentralized real cryptocurrencies that are uncontrolled by anyone to have a great user experience, just like a CBDC. And so that's, again, why we believe FIO matters and why FIO is important. And we appreciate you sharing the word about this. There's going to be a lot of other trips in different countries that hopefully I'll be able to participate with it as well, and help them learn about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and all of these things. And if the timing is right and it makes sense, hopefully get them hooked up with their own crypto handles with FIO too, which would be super exciting for everyone, of course. And so we'll keep you posted. Definitely stay tuned to these channels. And I think that was pretty much it we wanted to cover. Yeah.
I think so. So you'll be Luke at Panama. Is that it?
At some point. It's funny. That's an interesting example. We don't even own the Panama domain. Somebody speculated on it. Somebody got it many, many months ago, before it was even an idea that we'd be going to Panama. So whoever that is, shout out to whoever has the Panama domain. we're going to get our marketplace up very soon. We're working really hard on it. There's a FIO native marketplace that we're working on. As you all know, we're working on wrapping the tokens and the domains so they can be available on Ethereum and OpenSea. We also have just a conversation I had just yesterday, actually, with a group that is very familiar with EOS.io networks, similar to FIO, and they are interested. They have their own NFT platform that works on multiple platforms like EOS, Ethereum, and Wax. They're very interested potentially of supporting us. So a lot of cool conversations going on, a lot of stuff that we're excited about. So stay tuned to the Twitter, stay tuned in the Discord and Telegram. And, again, we appreciate you spreading the word. The more people that are telling people about a crypto handle, thinking about which domains they want to get, the more activity we're going to get in this network, and the more it's going to grow and become even more useful to everybody. So appreciate the FIO fam and everybody helping out.
Amen. I couldn't have said it better myself. Listen, if you haven't gotten your FIO crypto handle yet, click the link in the description below. Make sure you go register a free FIO handle and give it a spin. Try it out. All right. Until later, Luke. Signing off.
Take care.